Good morning everyone, welcome back to Argsy Farms on the Oaks and welcome along to October. We've just finished feeding the cattle. I've got a nice load of food. We've actually got some more mixed up in the mixer. Here it is, another load ready to go for when they are needing it. But we've loaded the tractor up, got the trailer here all hooked up. We're going to head down to our wheat field. We have a whole lot of straw bales that we need to get picked up and bring back down here to the yard. We're actually running a bit low on storage in the shed, so I think we might stack them. Might just unload them and stack them inside one of the pits here. That'll be enough out of the way. Or we could use one of these sheds. We've actually got quite a bit more storage around that we're not using on the farm. Hopefully one day we will as things grow and as we carry on developing. But not today and not any time in the near future. Wait for this car that's coming along. But yeah, two main tasks. I did want to try and get into doing some mowing, but I just don't think we're going to have time to get it done this month. That might just have to be our November job. Getting in a bit more hay and some more silage made. Our main job today though is to go and get these bales taken off the field, and then we're going to come back down and actually sow some oilseed radish into the two fields that we harvested last time. We're going to try and get a cover crop in there that is going to go through for winter, give us obviously a little bit of an incentive there with the government subsidies that we have available to us at the end of the year, as well as obviously the fertilisation that we will get from it, which is all looking very good. Now, if you look across, you can see our fields there. They are nice and white, and that is because we have had Farmer DK. He has been in and applied some lime to that for us, so we've had that done. We've also had all our wheat has been dried. That has gone down to the transport company. 83,000 litres of wheat have gone through their drying plant, and they're holding on to that for us until we get to a good sell point, good price, and then they'll sell that on our behalf as well. So looking forward to that. And we've also been paid by Bovine for the canola, so he's given us about 30 grand I think it ended up being, but we spent that on the lime and drying, so that's why we're a little bit lower than that. But anyhow, lots has been going on in the background, lots of use of some of the others around the map, some of the other farmers, and getting their services and reciprocating there a little bit as well where we can. Anyhow, we'll carry on down here. We'll go and get the trailer offloaded, get the bales put on. Not sure how many we'll get in one load, we will wait and see, and then we'll get them delivered back down to the farm. Alright, so here we are, we'll get turned in, and of course got that nice stack of piles that Dazed made for us last time. Now I've been trying to think what the best way to load these is. I think if we just pull along the side on a little bit of an angle, we can get the tractor off. We're not too close, but we're right about there. Shouldn't be too bad, I think. Probably going to be the best spot. Turn our flashes off. In fact, need to put the ramps down on the back of the trailer, and we'll go and get the tractor unloaded and make a start on getting everything picked up. What do we end up with? 48 bales. Now if we can fit 3 rows along each side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to take us 3 trips I reckon. So get everything off and we'll go and see how it all works out. I'm going to have to be careful here. This spike's probably not the best one to be using for square bales. Hopefully it hasn't gone through. Might have actually gone through and taken all of them. Hopefully we can pick up 3 at a time. Yes we can. So there we go. Those lifted up. I'm just going to have to be careful because obviously I don't want to throttle back, go backwards at a great rate, and then get turned around and have a whole lot fall off. But there we go. In fact we might get 4 over because these are slightly smaller bales, but those lifted up. Put a bit of a lean on. Just that. Okay, that's looking a bit better. So, like I said, these spikes probably aren't the best for handling a big stack of bales, but we'll make do. See how we go. Make sure we strap them as we go, just to make sure we don't lose any. But there we go. Just put down and out. So, first one's on. I reckon, yeah, we'll get 4. So, we can take 8. We might get these done in 2 trips. Be nice rather than having to do it in 3. Just carry on, get these all loaded up, and we'll get them back down to the farm. the first load down here. It was a little bit of a challenge loading with that grapple, with the forks, but I also came to the realisation we don't actually have a tractor here to unload with, so I think we are going to try and back it in, and we will unload into the shed, get these ones put in. We can pull them out later, doesn't matter too much, or we could put something else in there, pull some silage out. We need to probably sell some silage, make a little bit of money, so let's see if we can get this backed in here. These are unloaded. We need to undo our strap. Right, let's see if we can get this backed in now and go and get these all off and head back down and get the other load. There is only 8 bales left, 8 stacks left, so we will be able to get them all done in one more trip. Alright, doing this all a little bit blind. Are they disappearing off there? They are. I can see the shadows disappearing. There we go. First time. Be happy with that. Right, get on back down, go and get the rest of them. So there we are, all of the bales now loaded up. That one was a bit of a messy load. In fact, just strap that one on, so that might not be covered by that, but there we go. Let's head on back. We'll go and get this unloaded, come back and get the other tractor, and then we'll be down with the seeder. Now, we'll see the benefits of that seeder we got last time because it is a direct drill. We should be able to plant directly into this and get some oilseed radish in. That's my plan. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. So, down, we'll go and throw these into the storage shed for now. Worry about sorting out what we're going to do with them and what we're going to do with our storage solutions for our bales, because we are, like I said, running a little bit light in the shed, and then we'll be able to get started on that planting. So we're back, we've got everything unloaded, trailers parked up. We're just going to leave this in here, drop the bale fork off here, and we'll use this because we need to go and grab some bags of seed. We've got a couple of bags over in the shed, but let's just pop over here and have a look. That actually worked out perfectly. 250 of 250. I hadn't even checked, but we've got exactly the right amount. Fill that up. I think if you look in the back, yeah, you can see the straw down in the back. So we don't need that much straw. I mean, it gives us, what, 350,000 litres just about. We're probably not going to need that much because once we've made a mix with hay and straw, we've actually only got enough space in here for another 2,100 litres. So what we're probably going to do, make up a mix with 2 bales of silage, 1 of hay, and then we'll just put a straw bale on the top to top it off and just go that little bit further. So should work out well, but until we get some more animals, which won't be too far away, only depending, but once we get some more animals, then we'll certainly start going through this feed a little bit quicker. But we've got a bit of money sitting in there which we need to free up. Anyhow, let's not worry about that now. Let's head on over, get things all hooked up, and we'll go and get seeding on that oilseed radish. Alright, we're all hooked up, everything is good to go. I'm just trying to get the last of our seed. We actually didn't have that much seed in here at all. Over the hopper, there we go. Unloading, is it? Briefly. Up a little bit, go a little bit closer. Easier in third person view. Okay. Too low, a bit higher, there we go. Jump back into cab, make it look like we did it properly. Alright, just backed out of the way. Go through the door, leave this parked up in here, go and start on the seeding. We'll see how much we've got actually. We're going to have enough seed because I don't really want to have to run down to the store to get some more. What else we've got in here? 180 litres. Well, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how far that goes. Guess there's nothing else to do. Head on down and see how much will we get done. Well, I've decided to come down and start here in the canola field. Planted the wheat field a couple of times already, so this one we haven't done yet. I thought for a little bit of difference and a little bit of variety we'd come down and start in this one. So, get pulled in here, get our beacons turned off. Let's go and get everything unfolded. Now, like I said, curious to see how far this seed is going to go, whether it's going to go far enough to do the whole field or not. Let's get back up into there. Things turned on. Oilseed radish selected. Get that lowered down. And it's like we're doing the right thing. It's like we're getting a seed bed established. Spin around again, make sure we're not going to end up in a hedgerow, but just go a few feet along here. Stop about there, that's probably a good spot. Go and have a look and see if we're getting a good job out the back. And there we go. It's looking very good. Brings our pH value. Nitrogen's perfect for oilseed radish, as we'd expect. A few rocks, a few stones, which we're going to have to deal with at some stage. Probably before we plant this. We might go through and cultivate it. I'm not sure yet what we'll do. But at least we're getting a start and getting some oilseed into here. only have the opportunity to get it done before the end of October. We can't plant this in November, so fortunate we can get in there, get it done now. But that tractor picking up all the lime off the ground, gonna get filthy. Anyhow, let's jump back in here. We will carry on and just crack into this. Usual story. I had to set a GPS course up. Done it too many times. The one thing I do notice though, being on a multiplayer server, snap terrain angle, which I always have off, seems to turn back on by default. It's a little bit annoying because if you don't turn that off before you set your course up, you will end up getting it to follow one of the angles of the multi-terrain, which might not quite work at the edge of the field. I'll be setting up now. Have a look. And that one on there, we should be able to create that. Have a look at our lines, set our width, and that brings it back down to exactly where it should be. We have to come back along the edge here and redo that a little bit. I did know this field's not quite square, so I was expecting that to happen. There we go, looking around, and good running speed this as well. And what's our seed's not going down very fast. I reckon we might be good with the seed, looking at how quickly it's going down there. We'll have to wait and see though, obviously time will tell, but let's jump into a little bit of a time lapse here for the first field, see when we're done. First field done, and we've used less than 50% of the seed we had left, so we should be able to get through the other field without any dramas. But here we go, little spots there to go and tidy up, but all in all, pretty well. Definitely some rocks in here as well we need to deal with at some stage, but like I said, probably worry about doing that once we've allowed the radish and that in the new year, and then we'll come in and get someone to pick them up. Only the small rocks, there's no big ones across the map, but it's a field. Here we go, done. We'll get that turned off, start to fold up those wings, head on next to the wheat field, and go and get that one done next too. Go straight from one into the other, and carry on doing exactly what we've just been doing. Obviously a slightly bigger field, I think it's just a little bit longer to do, but not to worry. It's going to make it worthwhile in the end once we get back in here in the new year. And of course, a little bit of extra bonus in the government subsidies for putting a cover crop in. So we'll carry on, we'll get this one done. A little bit of a montage, I think, just for a change, and we'll see you again once this one's all finished as well. Well, just a skinny little section along here against the edge row, and as we've come across on our GPS, left to do. It actually goes quite a way. There's a single little strip, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. We have ended up still with 350 litres of seed, so we certainly had more than enough. But that is the field done. Out across there, no rocks or anything to worry about in this one at all, so we won't have to do anything special. We'll get things turned off. We'll lift it all up, turn around, it should be folding up now. There it goes. Those wings put up, and then, but now we'll head on back over to the farm. We're all finished here. These fields are good to be left alone until we need to be back into them in spring, where we will be cultivating oilseed radish into the ground, getting that in there as a bit of a natural fertiliser, cover crop over winter, protect the soil, and then we'll be getting in and planting. Need to have a think about what we're going to plant next year. Obviously want to try and rotate the crops, so we've had canola and wheat in this field, canola in the other field. So yeah, got some thought, see what options there are. See what some of the other farmers might be interested in buying. I know there's obviously Bo is keen on the canola, and I think sunflower for his oils. Dace is pretty keen on getting some straw, so see perhaps if we can tap into some of those resources and grow something appropriate, sell through them rather than just relying on selling it into one of the sell points. Anyhow, head on back over to the yard, get things packed up, and we'll call it a day. It's one last job to do, make sure it's all nice and clean before we put it away. This won't be needed until next year, obviously, when we're getting into planting those crops. So good, make sure it's all clean, serviced, all put away and everything like that. Here we go. Tractor all washed off as well. It's looking pretty filthy. It is going to have some grass work to do. November, I think, is going to be basically grass work. Getting in, mowing our two fields, getting those all windrow conditioned, turned into a bit of hay, a bit of silage as well, and then we'll be able to get some of that sold. Need to make sure we keep on top of our animals as well, keep them healthy, and like I said before, right at the start of the episode, for the weather, we look at buying some more as well. We are getting through that first quarter since we had them, so now's the time. Maybe we just want to bolster the number of animals we have, and make sure we have a regular source of income from them. Anyhow, we'll get this put away, get things tidied up around the yard, but I'm going to call it a quits there for me. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one.